Hey, what's going on everyone? Thanks for your continued support. I appreciate all of my subscribers, everyone who's watching my videos. I have an upcoming road trip coming up. We're going to be taking the kids back home during the summer to their grandparents. And before hitting the road, I just wanted to show you some of the things I do to prepare for the upcoming road trip. So for me, I look at it as a time to make sure I get good, fresh, clean fluid in the vehicle, check everything, can top everything off. And one of the things I did was change the oil. And some people, they change it every 3,000, every 5,000, every 10,000, or every 12 months or a year, whatever works best for you. Normally, I change the oil every 5,000 miles. If it goes over a little bit, no harm, no foul. For example, before taking this road trip back north, I'm changing the oil. So this is a 2003 Dodge Ram SLT, and changing the oil is very simple. All I needed was a 5/8 wrench or socket. I needed an oil wrench to get the oil filter off of the engine block. And one thing I would like to say when taking the oil filter off that I remember my father taught me, always make sure you see the old oil ring on the oil filter. So when you take the oil filter off, you don't want to leave the old oil ring up there, because when you put the new oil filter with oil ring, it will not seat properly, and then you could cause issues, lose oil pressure, lose oil, blow the engine up. So you want to check to make sure that the old ring is off with the old oil filter. Plus, when you put the new oil filter on, you want to take some oil and just run it around the ring. Just want to ensure that you put oil around that oil filter so it seats properly and makes a good connection. So when you put your oil in, you change your oil filter. You're going to make sure that you're lubricating your engine. There's good protection there. Your engine doesn't overheat. Okay, so in addition to changing the oil, new oil filter, I changed the air filter. And the air filter is going to make sure you keep out any dirt, contaminants, any harmful pollutants or debris that could cause issues for your engine. And it's very simple, very easy. Just replacing out the air filter and making sure that your engine is breathing healthy and free and clear of any issues that will potentially cause you money to take away from you being able to fish more. So just wanted to show you some quick things that I do, how simple and easy it is to change the oil, change the air filter, as well as check your other fluids. Make sure that you are good to go for an upcoming road trip. And also I just wanted to show you how I keep up with everything. So life is so hard, it's so complicated. You got so much going on with your family, with your work, with your personal life, everything. So for example, this, as I stated, is a 2003 Dodge Ram 1500 SLT. In a heat of the moment, when something happens, I may not remember off the top of my head the oil filter size, the air filter size, what tools that I need to get the job done. So as you can see, some simple painter's tape, and here I have the different type of oil filters that fit this truck, the oil that I use, the side socket that I use to take the nut off of the oil pan and the bolt off the oil pan, and the different air filters. And then once I change the oil, I just write the date that I changed the oil, 6/6/22, and the mileage, and then I change the air filter and the date and the mileage. And as you can see, this is my tire. So today or tomorrow, I'm gonna have the tires rotated. Every time I change the oil in my vehicle, I have the tires rotated. So I bought the tires May 2019. The tires was good for 40,000 miles. It was 300 miles when I bought the tires. So if the tires blow out, I say no, they should have at least last longer than what they lasted. Here, the correct torque for the tires, and then I have had the tires rotated 3 times. So when I get the tires rotated, I make another mark there. So I know that since I had the tires, I had them rotated 4 times. And I like to say I really love this truck. I enjoy this truck. It means a lot to me. My dad and I, we found the truck. We got the truck, and my dad actually rebuilt the engine in this truck. So I had this truck for 5 years, and since I've had this truck, I have had no mechanical issues with this truck. The only thing that I have done was put a new set of tires on it in 2019, and I did have the AC compressor go out on it. So I replaced the entire AC system, and as you can see here, boom, I labeled. This was from 2 years ago. The suction, the discharge, and here, as you can see, I wrote this vehicle takes 26 ounces of Freon. And then this is the high side, and then you also have the low side, and then you have the port where you put the Freon in. And then here, as I stated, the AC compressor went out. So when the AC compressor went out, I replaced everything, and I wrote the date, March 12, 21. We also replaced the spark plugs, the plugs cap, and a wire set. And I have the date. So since I had this vehicle, this is everything I have ever had to do to it. Just stand on top of the small things can prevent bigger issues down the line. Now, I will state that I'm starting to notice a couple of oil spots in the driveway, and that's going to bring you to my next video. Please check it out.